Hi, Zakeera. I wanted to provide feedback on your presentation. Overall, your analysis demonstrate a really strong grasp of the underlying organizational psychology. I really love how you framed the 1978 precedent as a legacy code and the leadership's installation as a closed loop with no external API. Was a brilliant way to make the 1985 move standoff resonate with a technical audience. It effectively translates sociological breakdown into a mechanical one, which is exactly how I would expect system architects to view organizational failure so that they can prevent it. Your integration of social learning theory and group think is also really solid. I particularly appreciate your critical eye on slide 14. You pointed out that Schaefer and Kreslow's groupthink framework can also suffer from hindsight bias, adds a vital layer of academic depth to your presentation. You aren't just applying theories, you are pressure testing them against a real world high velocity crisis. And then another thing is your narrative arc is logical, moving from historical antecedents and to systematic breakdown. And then finally, you wrap it up with a modern mitigation strategies. You do a good job clearly interpreting abstract concepts, defining the tragedy as a interfere management failure between the tactical authority of the police and the domain expertise of the fire department really clarifies exactly where the system broke. It makes it clear that the failure wasn't just a bad decision, but a block communication channel. And then also on slide 5, you mentioned Gibson's concept of cultural artisans, setting the standard operating procedure for the siege. To ensure absolute clarity for your audience, you might want to take a brief moment in your spoken delivery to really explicitly identify who those artisans were in this specific historical context. For example, the specific tactical commanders on the ground, so that the audience can anchor the theory to the people involved. Um, and then lastly, your transition to the present day on slides 10 to 12 is highly effective, positioning transparency not as a buzzword, but a functional requirement, and advocating for decentralized kill switch provides your audience with actionable, clear takeaways. Overall, this is a compelling synthesis of history, organizational psychology, and system architecture. So, good job.